In this video, I'll give you the top waiver wire players to target heading into week 9. I'm Jim Coventry of RotoWire. Let's start out with quarterbacks. Jameis Winston immediately made Cleveland look like the team with an NFL offense, unlike the team they had prior to Winston. Now, we went Winston on the field, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great super flex option. Also, you could consider Winston as a potential streamer because right now, this offense has an identity. Next, look, he doesn't have a job right now, but you got to consider stashing Joe Flacco. Anthony Richardson goes 10 of 32 through the air against the Texans. He was below 50% on the season. That was terrible. At some point, the team may have to turn to Flacco. Great speculative ad. Malik Willis. If Jordan Love misses time with a groin injury, we've seen Willis with 14.2 and 27 fantasy points in the 2 starts he made. He also got a touchdown and rushed for some yardage in limited duty this week. So again, get Willis on your radar. Jacoby Brissett. If Drake May misses time with a concussion, look, this is a desperation only 2 quarterback move. But again, any quarterback with a job would have value. Finally, Jake Haener took over for an ineffective Spencer Rattler. Derek Carr appears close to a return, but if somehow Carr is not ready to come back, Haener's a mobile quarterback. He moved the offense in garbage time late. He would have super flex appeal. Only got one running back for you this week. Kamani Vidal, 6 carries. J.K. Dobbins is the clear leader. Vidal is a clear deep backup. But again, if Dobbins misses time, Gus Edwards currently in the IR, wasn't looking good before, Vidal could see an enhanced role. If you enjoy videos like this, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the RotoWire Fantasy Football channel on YouTube. Also, you can check out all of our fantasy football content and rankings. Get a free 2-day trial, no credit card needed. Head on over to rotowire.com/Jim, and you can check out all of our content. All right, wide receivers. Cedric Tillman, at least 81 yards in 2 games. Now, Tillman's a downfield threat in this offense, and Jameis Winston, we know he likes to uncork the deep pass. Tillman goes 99 yards and 2 touchdowns against Baltimore. They were missing 2 cornerbacks. There's that. But again, as the best downfield option, Tillman has a chance to be a solid producer, and he is a priority waiver wire ad if he's still out there. Jerry Jeudy and Elijah Moore, same team, all 3 Cleveland receivers. Jerry Jeudy was 3rd on the team with 8 targets, but yet he still goes 5 for 79. I still think even though Elijah Moore, who we'll cover next, had more targets, I think Jerry Jeudy ultimately has more yards after the catchability. I prioritize him, but Elijah Moore's next. 12 targets, led the team easily, 8 for 85. Again, 2 cornerbacks down for Baltimore. I think it'll be between Moore and Jerry Jeudy for that number 2 role. You can go either way with this. I prefer Jeudy. You might prefer Moore. Jalen McMillan. 7 targets for the Buccaneers against the Falcons, gets 35 yards. Not a whole lot there. Sterling Shepard left for a little bit of time in this game. But again, McMillan should remain heavily involved in the offense until Mike Evans gets back. So again, there could be targets there. Kayshon Boutte continues to play heavy snaps. 6 targets against the Jets, goes 3 for 46. Still a deep league stash. Doesn't have enough weekly production, but he's somebody you definitely can look at. John Mechie could be a 1-week rental. Targeted 4 times in a game. Nico Collins obviously out. Stephon Diggs leaves late with a knee injury. But if Diggs misses time, we know that Collins is out for week 9. He's probably back in week 10. Mechie could be a sneaky 1-week ad. Parker Washington could move into a volume role. We saw, unfortunately, Christian Kirk apparently fractured his shoulder blade. He'll be out for the season. They were probably going to trade him, possibly going to trade him anyway. But now that said, I think Parker Washington moves into the slot. Maybe that doesn't mean a lot, but remember, we had Gabe Davis get injured in this game. We had Brian Thomas Jr. get injured. Don't know if they're going to miss time or not. But again, there could be a target vacuum very fast here. Nick Westbrook-Akine, I know this is a dart throw, super deep leagues. I know he has 3 touchdowns in 3 games. Of course, that's not going to continue. He'll get 1 to 3 targets a game, but DeAndre Hopkins is gone, and he will be in 3 receiver sets. Again, that's low end deep league backup. Tight ends. Hunter Henry, now 3 strong games in a row. Veteran shaping up to be a top 12 option when Drake May gets back. Drake May has a real connection with Henry. He should not be on the waiver wire in most leagues. Taysom Hill, if somebody dropped him during the injury when he missed time, Hill didn't have a big game, but he was used as a passer, a runner, and a receiver. And we know this team will have games where he is used near the goal line. So that said, Taysom Hill does have value in tight end eligible leagues. Next, Zach Ertz. He went 7 for 70 against the Bears. He has at least 8.8 PPR points in 4 of 6 games. Usually he has very little ceiling. A 7 for 70 was really an upside game. He dropped a touchdown in this game. Usually he's just a high floor play. But again, Zach Ertz, if you need it, that's what you have. Will Dissly, 2 productive games in a row. Hayden Hurst has been out. It's possible that Dissly's gaining the trust of Justin Herbert. Dissly could become a tight end 2 floor play if that continues. Mike Gesicki of the Bengals is next with T. Higgins out, because Gesicki had been a non-factor the last couple of weeks. With Higgins out, we saw Gesicki 8 targets, big production, 7 catches. If Higgins misses more time, Gesicki could end up being that big body player they need. If Higgins comes back, I think Gesicki loses that value again. Finally, Brenton Strange. So Christian Kirk was hurt. We said he's going to be done for the season. We also said that Gabe Davis got hurt. Brian Thomas Jr. got hurt. We don't know if they're missing time. If any of those other receivers are going to miss time, we saw the Jaguars go to a 2 tight end set late in that game when they were down players. If they're down receivers, Strange ended up catching 5 passes while Evan Engram did well as well. But again, another receiver besides Kirk will have to be out for Strange to have fantasy value with Ingram on the field.